I just want to take a few moments to go through this test paper now. So this is the end of topic test on personal finance. Hopefully you'll recognise the questions as we go through them. I'm sure you will, but I just want to pick up some comments on the questions. It's important that you do study these and make sure you learn from any mistakes, and I'm here to support you on that as well, so you can contact me if you want further help. But hopefully going through it now will answer a lot of your questions. So for question 1, you've got a question about the price of perfume, and you've got the two situations where it's being sold. Note the question asks, is it cheaper on the plane or in the shop? If you don't answer that question, you see I've answered it here, then you've not answered the question. You could have all the working correct, but you lose the final mark if you don't answer the question. Note as well it says about showing your working. Again, you might get the right answer, but no working, no marks, I'm afraid. Just one thing to pick up on in addition to that is that if you do your working but don't show full working, which leads to that conclusion, then you'll drop marks as well, which I know somebody did. Okay, I want to leave question 1 there and move on now to 2. So we've got these two accounts, and again it asks the question at the end, which account should Lisa open? So similar kind of question, you've got to show your working, do the right working, and answer the question sensibly. So the key mistake here people made was rounding this up to 2.8. So this is the AER for account 1. You might have done your working all correctly, have written that down and then rounded up and decided actually the two accounts are equal. No, don't do that. Even though it's only a little bit more on account 2, it is still more. The other area where we went wrong on was it's a bit of a monster calculation. At least it looks at there's 2 pairs of brackets, there's powers, there's a fraction, but there's only actually 2 numbers to substitute in. Your value for R, which you're told, and then for N, and when that goes in twice. But put the numbers in the right places in your calculator and you get the right answer. Moving on to question 3. So we've got this table here, and it's a compound interest scenario. So what's happening here is Matt deposited this amount in the standard account, and every 3 months we get this amount of interest. So first 2 rows, it's all worked out for you. You've added on the 0.58% and got £14.50 extra. Carry that forward, that value and that value are the same. Again, work out your 0.58% and add it onto that. Takes you up to this value here. And so all you need to do is follow the same process. Those 2 numbers are the same, so you work out the 0.58%, so you can see my work in there, and you should get £14.67. Add it onto their amount and get this amount carried forward for the 4th set of 3 months, the final quarter of the year. And again, same process. At the end of the year, this is how much he's got. So that's your answer. Oops. It's pounds and pence, so put it in as 50 rather than 0.5. Next bit's interesting, the total interest. There's 2 ways to do this. You could say these are the amounts of interest that have been earned every set of 3 months, every quarter, and you could add them up. As long as you can add up, then you get the right answer. Alternatively, you can say, well, how much did he deposit at the start of the year? It's only interest that's been added. How much has he got at the end of the year? An extra £58.50. Part C, It's a bit of a flag word here. It says hence, not the word you use when you're chatting to your mates, but it means following on from your previous answer. Now, if you use the AER formula that you used in the previous question, strictly speaking, because it says hence, I shouldn't give you any marks. However, out of the kindness of my heart, I did give you the 2 marks if you got the correct answer. However, what it's saying here is it's asking you to recognise that the interest that you got over the course of the year, you can express that over the original amount, turn it into a percentage. So you're using your answer from this part. Okay, let's move on.